Actually, now it's 9 o'clock, so maybe we should start this morning.
Yes.
Yeah, so let's dive in. My name is Janne Hellerup. I work as a customer success manager here at Learnifier. And with me today, I have Matthias, the father of Learnifier, our CEO. We're here today to have our Learnifier live webinar. And this is a webinar for you, our dear customers, to get updated on what we've been working on since the last time we talked to each other and what we're going to work on next. So some practicalities for the day. We are planning this event for being about 45 minutes long. We are recording the webinar as well. So you're gonna head over. No, you're not gonna head over. You're gonna get the recording afterwards on your emails. You'll be able to look at it afterwards or send it to a colleague. We also have Learnifiers hanging out in the chat during this webinar. So if you have questions that pops up, just feel free to write them in the chat and they will help you out as we're going forward. So let's have a quick look at the agenda for today. Here it is. So yeah, we start with us.
Yes.
Janne, Matthias. And then we're going to head over to Mona to talk more about the products. What they've been working on and dive into some functions together with Mona and Magnus. Then we have Anders from our partnership manager, who'll talk more about the partnerships we have with the Learnifier. Then we have Ulrika Skogland from our onboarding and services team. We'll talk more about that. And we have Ulrika Peyron, our other Ulrika. We have two of those at Learnifier who will talk more about other resources for you that you can we work with. So I hand over the words to you, Matthias.
Thank you, Janne.
Yeah, let's go.
And good morning to all of you, or good day, or wherever it might be. So as you might already have noticed, today's Learnifier Live is going to be slightly broader than it's been in the past. So we're not only going to talk about product, but we're also going to cover other areas. And the reason for that is really that we've heard feedback from you that to meet your needs and to make you successful, it's not only the products, there's other things as well. So for example, things as hearing from other customers, hearing our customer stories, understanding how our partners and our services team can help you, how Learnifier can work with other systems, through integrations, for example, things like that. So that is also kind of a shift in today's format. And especially if you've been in our sessions in the past, it'll be slightly different today. So evolving as you give us feedback. So having said that, this is also, I would say, a reflection of a change that we as a company have undergone in the last 12 to 18 months. We've really broadened how we can help you as our customers with these areas that I just mentioned. And this is something really based on your needs and your requests that we have grown the company with. So happy to be able to present today some of the news that are already being worked on and that are coming to make you even more successful in the ambition. And as you can see on the slide, our mission is still really making training easy and engaging and efficient. And we believe that it's not only a great product, but there's also other things that are required from your perspective to do that. So that is really what we're trying to achieve here today and help you with. But we will, though, start with diving in, talking a bit about our product. And here at Learnifier, we do product updates almost, not daily, but at least a few times a week. Things are pushed out, new code comes live. It might show up as fixing a bug, fixing something. It might be a new little feature that you don't necessarily see. But code is pushed several times a week. However, to not interrupt your work too much and also be able to plan on your end, what we do is that major releases are showcased and released on a quarterly basis, and we call these internally our pulses. So we're just coming out of our winter pulse that is ending, well, more or less with today's event, where we're going to talk a bit about what we've done over the last quarter. Then we will also briefly cover a little bit of what we'll be working on in our spring pulse. So that's also then coming back with the exact date. Sometime in May, we'll have another live session talking about what we've done in the next pulse. So that's just a quick update. So things are being pushed constantly, but on these events, you can get an update on the major things that are coming. So with that said, let's dive in over to our javelin throwing product manager in Malmö, Mona Jönsson. I'll hand it over to you.
Thank you, Matthias. I actually have my javelin standing right by the wall in case I feel the need to throw, but great to have everybody here. Let's take a look at some things that are new and that our teams have been working on in this pulse, the winter pulse, that we're now wrapping up. There's some big releases. A really big thing that we're happy to be able to roll out is we now have support for Swedish in most of the administrator interface. There are some areas where we're still not quite there, but Magnus will show you these and talk about them. But the majority of the admin experience actually do display in Swedish, which is really cool. And that's something we've been wanting to do for a while. So we're happy we're here. We also have reusable activities and modules for the customers that have a back office. You can now start using modules or build and use and share modules and activities from the back office out to your client portals. So that is something that we have it on client portal level, but we're now moving it also back into back office so that you guys can work more efficiently. Another thing that we are happy to roll out is when you now build your courses and collections, if you have a catalog feature, you can now determine the order that these courses will be displayed in to your learners. Before, they kind of just got pulled in, but now you can actually set which ones should be showing at the top of the collection model. So you can front your courses, you can add the latest courses that you want your learners to enroll to, and kind of manage the organization of how it should show for your learners. So that's really good. We have also provided support for a new WeVideo version. So with that comes some other work that I will mention later on. But that is in place. We now have EU support and US support. Then we also are very excited to be able to roll out our beta for the next gen learner experience. If you've joined us in previous lives, you might have seen that we're doing some significant work in the learner experience to modernize, lift the UI, simplify the flow. And we're now ready to roll out the first parts of it. And I'll kind of dive into more what the beta entails for you and your learners. And I will show you kind of what will be rolled out as well. So a lot of big things are coming out at the end of this winter pulse. And I think everybody's ready to start looking at some of these things, right? So with that, let's start diving into some of the new functions. First off, we'll take the big bang, the Swedish language in the administrator interface. So not only will this improve usability, but it also will increase your efficiency. If you are a native language Swedish speaker, you will be more familiar with the context you're working in Learnifier. It will be a little clearer what actions you should take if, again, Swedish is your native tongue. So this is really, really great. Team has been really smart and leveraging some automatic ways of working as well as some AI to get these translations in place, because it is a massive project that they have done and they've done it really fast. So a lot of props to the team that's done this. Not only do we now have increased usability and efficiency for your admins, we also have a structure where we can add new languages to the admin experience a lot easier. So building for the future and becoming more efficient and fast in the way we do that. So enough about me. I guess you guys are ready to see the actual result of this. So I'm going to pass it over to our back-end dev or lead, Magnus, who's going to show you a little bit more about this. Over to you, Magnus.
Thank you, Mona. Well, as Mona said a few times, we have good news for you. Let me move a small window here. This is the normal overview of the admin, and you can see that everything is in Swedish. This is not available right now for everyone, but soon it will be. Let's see, I'm having some technical issues here actually. There we go. If I go to settings up in the right corner, we have a new option. Once this is enabled, you will be able to pick the language you want to use for the admin interface. You will still have the option to pick the language you want to see as a learner or as your customers. And you can select a separate one, now it's either English or Swedish. So I have selected Swedish here, and I get Swedish all over the place. So let's head into a project. Still, you can see that everything is translated. Actually, if you look really carefully, you can see that some things we have missed. Just a few things here and there. We will fix them as we go. So as a side note, I mean, the admin interface, at first look, it doesn't look too big, just a few tabs and things. But when we counted everything, we actually had 3,500 phrases in English that we needed to translate to Swedish. So as Mona hinted, we tried to be smart. So we actually used the ChatGPT, so popular right now, ChatGPT, to translate that. And it did a really good job. But of course, it did some things wrong. So then manually, we went through everything and changed some key phrases, like award was, for instance, translated to pris in Swedish, which wasn't really that good. We can go into the catalog builder from this project point of view. And this has been supported in Swedish for some time. I don't think that it was visible for you before, but now we enabled it. So everything here should be in Swedish. We can perhaps go back and check out the communication tab, for instance. Almost everything translated here, or everything, I think. That's good. So what is not translated? Actually, back office, not all of you use that, but those of you who use it will see that that is still in English. We don't really know when we will do that, but eventually probably. And also the course builder. If you do an edit course here, that is not translated. And the reason for that is that it uses some other technology. So we couldn't do that at the moment, but we'll see going forward. Reports, it looks translated here, but the names are not translated, and the actual content in the reports are still in English. And we don't know if we will do that, translate that to Swedish or not. Yeah, that's about it for me. Back to Mona.
Thank you, Magnus. Great demo. As you can see, it makes a big difference to see all the actions and interactions that you should take in Swedish. And maybe down the road, we are actually looking at going into Norwegian as well for the admin interface, as we know we have customers there and we want to support them as well. The good news with this work, we will be able to put Norwegian in place a lot quicker than we had before, because we do now support languages, different languages in the admin experience. So great. Let's then move over to the new learner interface, our beta. So again, we've talked about this in a few previous lives, and we're now at the point where we are getting ready to release it out to participating customers. So we're looking at doing that within the next 2 weeks. Everything looks good so far. And with this, we will have a new modern UI for the learners, which is really, really great. Making sure that the overall learning experience is more intuitive, visually appealing, a little bit easier to navigate, and so forth. We are also, with this work, lifting the modern, or listen the tech behind it there. So we have a modern framework that allows us to work quicker and faster in that part of the product. Then we're also getting a lift in accessibility. So any users with assistive technologies or needs will have a much improved experience, which is really awesome. The final date for the full project is not set at this point. We will reevaluate as we take in the next phase that we start in 2 weeks. And we'll communicate that well ahead of time before we switch anything over for anyone. So don't worry, it's not just going to pop up and surprise your learners one day. But with this, I wanted to kind of talk a little bit about what is a beta. It's basically a product where a product is in a testing phase with a version of the product that is shared with participants or a group outside of the company. Think of it kind of like a test drive for a new car model, where the feedback from the driver helps the manufacturer to fine-tune the car before it goes on sale, basically. If we were to give you some kind of analogy, I think that will be the closest that I got. So it's important for us to develop product with the users, and I think a beta process allows very nicely for that. So we would like to kind of reach out to all of you guys, our customers, and welcome you on board onto this trip and dive into the beta testing with us, since we would love to get the feedback of all y'all's learners. For this beta kind of process that we have in place, it is kind of an industry standard. You will see similar things in like your bank apps, for instance, where you can switch between the new and the old UI by just pressing a button, and you can move kind of in between those as you would like to. So yeah, then why should you participate in a beta? I think one of the big perks is that your learners will familiarize, that is a mouthful, familiarize themselves with the new UI and the new flows and the new functionality before we're switching everybody over to the new UI. So that will be really, really good. If you are worried that your learners will feel lost, this is probably the better way to go, to have them kind of be with us as we add on to the beta, so that they will be comfortable once we flip the switch down the road and switch everybody over to the new UI. Another perk is that your learners can give feedback on their experience, which is really valuable for us, and we get it straight from the horse's mouth, the people that are sitting in Learnifier taking courses. And that helps to influence our product development early on, kind of as we're developing it. That means that your learners can suggest improvements or report bugs, but they help shaping the product to meet their needs better, which is really nice. Then what will be included in the beta? Let's take a look at that. We have a UI toggle where the learners can move between the new and the old as they like. So they can always go back to the old interface and kind of continue their course experience as they do today. If they want to go in and sit with the new, they can do that and kind of see it as we keep extending the new UI for them. So in no way are they hindered to completing their course or taking their courses or doing what they can do today with this toggle. There will be a short NPS survey sitting in the right-hand corner that we would like to capture the learner's feedback. That will come straight to us, anonymized. 4 short questions, non-intrusive. If the user closes it out, clicks it away, it will not pop up again. We're not going to bother them. So we just want to make sure we give them a venue to capture the feedback and provide it to us. We also will have a new header that is part of the next gen. So as you will see when I dive into it, looks really nice and kind of blends the whole experience together. And any new functionality that we add in, so like our next work, the course player, for instance, will be added in seamlessly. So it, again, will not interrupt the learner's flow. Then how do I participate if I'm interested to test this out with my learners, which I hope you guys are? So participation for the beta will be for your whole instance. We can't, unfortunately, selectively enable this. If you have a lot of instances, it will be for your whole Learnifier realm. If you are interested, I would suggest you reach out to your customer success manager or say, hey, I would like to participate in the beta with our learners. We would like to jump on this opportunity, so that in 2 weeks when it's coming out, we will enable the toggle for you and all of the great things you will see and the new UI and all of that for your learners to experience. That's basically it. Mainly, it's one step, really, if you're just aware that it happens for your whole instance. So it's a short list. Yeah, then let's take a look at what this looks like and what your learners can then expect to see. Let me share my screen. Here we are. I hope you guys can see my screen. There we are. Yeah, perfect. Thank you. I was expecting some technical difficulties here too, because what is a presentation without some of those, right? So this is what our experience looks like today. The only difference, as you might see, is there is a toggle up here right underneath the main banner. When I switch that on, the whole layout changes. You will see a new header. You will see a new layout. It looks and feels a little bit different, a little bit more modern. But you still have your courses here, so you're not too far off. You're not fully lost here. So we have the header, we have the toggle, and as you can see, I can switch on whenever I want to. For the beta, there are 2 pages that will be included. So this is the My Courses page. And once I navigate into a course, let's see if we can find a fun one. Let's do this one. This is the course information page. This is a new page, which will replace the info tab inside the course experience. So we're lifting this out to give a surface where learners can kind of get a good context of what's happening, what's happened since I was here last, what will I learn in this course. There will be a chance for anyone that's offering the course to provide information here. I can see the instructors, I can see the events I have to take, I can see the resources that is needed to be in this course. So kind of giving them a really good starting point, setting them, prepping their mind for what's to come. Let's look at that. Let's think of it that way. And as you see, we have different tabs here. Some of them are fully developed. I know our discussions and resources are not at the moment, but they're coming. We have participants. So basically all of the functionality that is in place today inside the course player is lifted out here to this page. You kick off the course and inside the course player you go. And when I say course player, I talk about the actual course experience where the learner actually goes in and goes through all the content that is built into the course. This and everything in here will be our next step that the team will be taking on within the next week. So starting to make this look just like what you just saw. But yeah, that's basically, I think, I'm trying to make sure I don't miss anything here. I think this is it. We have, again, a new filter options. We have our settings up here still being built out as well, but again, in a non-obtrusive way. And it is really good for us to get feedback from learners who will sit here and spend time here and say, this looks great, I'm missing this. I don't understand what this is. That is things we will take in and we will look at and we will say, how can we do this better? How can we make it clearer? So again, come with us on this journey to improve this learner experience. I think it is invaluable for us to get feedback from the people actually spending time in the courses. But yeah, I think that is it about the beta. That was a long piece of Mona Jönsson speaking. So let me wrap it up and move into what's coming up, I think. So looking at what's coming next in our Spring Pulse, which will be ready and wrapped in May, I think, date to be set, but we're working in 3 months bouts for our pulses. So the primary focus for that pulse will be the next gen UI, or the new learner experience. Basically, we will take in the part that is the course player, as I mentioned before, and that's kind of where the learners immerse themselves into the course content. So that will be the main focus for the team. That is the biggest part of the course experience. That is where the focus will be for the next pulse for most of the team. But we have some other things we will do. For instance, I mentioned earlier that we now have a new version of the WeVideo. We are doing some work to improve the user experience of our video editor around the WeVideo. So kind of how the messaging pops up and how you navigate and how you understand that your video is being uploaded, imported, exported, all of these great things. Just kind of bringing some clarity around the process, I would say. Those are things that the teams are looking at or diving into and full-fledged going on at the moment. Don't forget, if you would like to participate in the beta, please reach out to your customer service and we will take it from there. I think that is all from product, signing off and moving into partnerships. So I'm going to pass it over to Anders. Over to you, Anders.
Amazing. Thank you, Mona. That was a mouthful, I would say. Really nice to hear everything that's coming up also. Thank you for letting partnerships be a part of this wider approach to Learnifier Live as well. It's the first time, and I'm super excited to talk to you a bit about what we're trying to accomplish with our partner strategy. This is a growing area for Learnifier, and it's really important that you guys, our customers, and well, any hang-around of Learnifier is a part of building this practice or network or strategy, whatever we want to call it, together with us. Next slide, please. There is a saying, I'm sure you've heard of it. If you want to go fast, you go alone. If you're going to want to go far, you go together. We firmly believe in this and at Learnifier, and we want to go far with you. It's a marathon, right? Not a sprint. Yeah, that's why we want you to be a part of building this partnership network together with us. Because everything is connected nowadays, right? Business-wise, but specifically technically. And the integrations possibilities between systems is endless. It's mind-blowing. And I would like to come back to this and talk to you a bit more later about how we could help you with integrations going forward. But we are building this partnership network of ours, trying to understand mainly two things. First, of course, what Matthias mentioned before, the customer needs. Our customers' needs are at the core of our partnership strategy. We want to become even better, delivering an even better customer experience to you throughout your journey together with us. And secondly, we're trying also to understand the ecosystem that we are all a part of and actually be an active player within that ecosystem. And by ecosystem, I mean any company, system, application, community, or individual that is a part of the big HR process that we all are a part of, but also specifically the learning and development side of things. And I'm sure with your perspective, you have a great idea of this ecosystem. So please help us help you in this area. If you have any tips, needs of partners that we should connect with, don't hesitate to reach out to your success manager or anyone that you are in contact with at Learnifier and help us understand how we could partner up with others to help you use Learnifier in an even better way. Well, that's that about our partnership promise. Now I would like to give you then some flavor of the partnerships that we already have and some examples that we think you could be interested in actually. I'm sure you've heard about Learnifier content already. Together with Diploma, we're offering you ready-made training content, over 500 courses divided into, I think, 19 categories that are accessible directly within Learnifier. These are not just ready-made, they are also customizable. So you can add any introduction or quiz or what's available in Learnifier to this course to make it your own, to make it more approachable, digestible, or more efficient learning, so to say. And to boost this, we would like to offer you a campaign within the month of March. It's a classic 2-for-1 campaign. So if you want to bring a colleague, you can buy access to a course within 2 areas, within leadership or within learning and development, the future of HR. So if you find this interesting, don't hesitate to contact your success manager and you will get more information about that. Thanks. Next, please. Yes, Ivaton. This is a really creative tech and design agency that we have partnered up with. They have a certificate sharing product that are seamlessly integrated with Learnifier. It works like this. If you complete the course in Learnifier and you have the Ivaton product, you will get a customized certificate that you can instantly share on any of the big social channels. This is, of course, to get even more motivation and recognition for what you are accomplishing in your learning. So to be able to share this instantly, a customized certificate on Instagram, on LinkedIn or Facebook, we think this is a good thing for you who want to give your employees, your participants, this opportunity. Thanks. Next, please. Yes. This is an example of how you can get learning and Learnifier courses specifically into your digital workspace. Sight Vision is, as you might know, a leading supplier of CMS, a content management system for external web pages, but also for intranets. So if you have Sight Vision and the Learnifier application, which is available on their marketplace, you will get the Learnifier courses visible on your intranet. You have a one-click access to your courses. You see progress. And this, of course, makes learning even easier and even more efficient. So, but this is for Sight Vision and Learnifier combined customers. So if you have any other CMS and you are interested in this, please let us know and we'll see what we can do going forward. Thank you. Next, please. This is one of our new partners, Trippus Event Management. They have a complete event management solution from signing up to an event, signing into an event, paying for an event, and performing an event and follow up. And the integration is automating the participant flows between the event solution and Learnifier. So if you want to have any pre-work, training, or preparation done in Learnifier, the participant and the event is already created in Learnifier. So yeah, it makes it more seamless and efficient. And there's even better solution to this. We have a new product together. If you have, as a Learnifier customer, external courses that you want to offer external participants and also have a payment solution for that, Trippus Event is a modular solution. So you can pick and choose those modules together with Learnifier to offer this to external participants. And as I said before, if you have questions or want to use this, contact your customer success manager firsthand. We Are Learning is also one of our new partners. Super excited. It's a new breed of content creation tools where you easily and very cost efficient can create lifelike animations, simulations with the support of AI. And these stories that you can create endlessly in We Are Learning are now embedded also into Learnifier if you want to use them there in your courses in Learnifier. This is, of course, super exciting to enhance the learning experience and something that we see will grow going forward. Thank you so much. Is there anything else? I don't think so. But then I would like to circle back to, before introducing Ulrika, who will talk about services, I just want to circle back to what I said before about everything, especially our systems being even more connected and the possibilities there. We at Learnifier will start to build our own integrations capacity and capability. So if you have any system integration questions or needs, please also, once again, don't hesitate to reach out to us. And I'm sure that we will be able to, going forward, help you with those things. That was it from partnerships. Thank you very much, Ulrika. Bring it on with services.
Thank you, Anders, and thanks all the talented colleagues. It's really good to be a part of this team. And services, who are we? I can see some familiar names in the participant list that I have met in onboarding. Onboarding is a part of our services concept to help new clients to get on board with Learnifier and also to make learning attractive. And we have our learning consultant, Matilda, a real star in helping clients creating courses and she can do magic. And she comes from as an administrator for a client of Learnifier. And so she has really valuable experience to get to services. So next slide, please. And what do we do for you? Well, you as a client, you could have many different needs for evolving together with Learnifier and getting value of your investment in Learnifier. And a few examples of these is kind of a reboarding of users and admins. It could be you have been with Learnifier for a while and you have new people aboard, and instead of just then giving them a digital onboarding, you can collect and we can together make an offer for a reboarding that will help you to make the learning efficient at your end. We also can migrate courses or different content from other platform sources. Matilda especially, but also some other colleagues from our company has been helping clients with this. It could be a great way for you to save time at your end and to have a really a seamless integration then in Learnifier. We have something new that we are working on, and that's also an onboarding of instructors. This is for the professional and enterprise plan, that when you want to enable more learning at your company and knowledge sharing, it's a great way to educate your instructors in how to spread the knowledge. And then you can have like mini administrators out in your organization. And all of these, you are so happy to reach out to us at services, or of course, to talk to your customer success manager. And next slide, please. A few weeks ago, we had a webinar about our employee journey. and how we at Learnifier can support you. And this was really something that a lot of you has contacted us about and wanted to hear how we can help you. And this is both in the onboarding stage for an employee and how Learnifier then can support you, but also in retain and develop and offboard. So please reach out and see what we can do together, or just talk to us to see if you have any need to get closer and get more value through the employee journey. Thank you. And you can contact us here at our new email address or to your customer success manager. I think I had that short and sweet, didn't I? And I will leave the word now to the other Ulrika at Learnifier. So thank you.
Thank you, Ulrika. Yes, I'm popping in here to the screen, and yes, some of you know me already if you joined any of our webinars. My name is also Ulrika Peyron, and I'm a marketing manager here at the Learnifier, and I thought I was gonna highlight a few resources that are available to you as customers. First of all, we do webinars on a regular basis for you to always find inspiration, and these are being recorded, so you can always find them on our YouTube channel. I will provide a link for you later on if you don't know where to find it. And right now we have 2 webinars in the pipeline. We have our customer Alligo. Daniel Asplund will talk about targeted learning and measurability. That one will be in Swedish on March 21. And on April 17, we invited the Chief HR Officer of the HR tech company Team Taylor to speak about building a learning organization globally. And that will be in English. So I hope you sign up. I also want to sort of encourage you to reach out to us or to me in marketing, and because if you want to, we want you to share your story. I mean, we have an arena, we have the stage, we get like between 100 and 700 people signing up for webinars, but you have the knowledge, and let's share the knowledge. So please don't be strangers. Reach out to me. Next slide, please. We recently introduced 2 newsletters, or 2 letters, I would say. The first one is the monthly newsletter, Learnifier News, packed with inspiration, product highlights, and other articles. You get that once a month. The other one is a monthly, called the Monthly Learning Roundup, and that is a report with some info on how you performed over the past month when it comes to projects created and how many learners you invited. While the first one, the newsletter, is sent to all clients or customers, the Monthly Learning Roundup, you have to sign up for that one. But I will provide a link in a follow-up email again. And the last thing I wanted to highlight is the knowledge base, now available in Norwegian and Swedish as well as English. It was updated, refurbished, it's got a new fresh look, and it's you find a lot of info and helpful articles there on how to use Learnifier, among other things. Yeah, I think that was it.
That was it from you.
Yes.
Okay, great. Thank you, Ulrika. Then it's back to you, Matthias, right?
Yeah, well, I think
Yeah.
we're at 9:44, so I
44.
think it's time wrapping things up,
Wrap
right?
it up. Let's wrap it up.
Yeah.
Okay. This was today. Oh, this is the wrong slide. February the 7th. That's not the date for today. This is it's March. But maybe this one is, yeah, okay.
Never mind.
Never mind.
Next session, as mentioned, is in May. We'll get back with the date on that. And obviously also, as Ulrika mentioned, we'll send a follow-up with the links to things that were mentioned. And
Yeah, a lot of links.
Yeah,
And the
exactly.
recording.
And the recording and the link to the YouTube, and you have all the resources that Ulrika talked about. And don't be a stranger, just reach out to the support team or your customer success managers. We'd love to talk to you and hear more about what you're working on and what we can help you with. So please contact us, and yeah, we talk to you soon. And thank you so much for being here and participating in our Learnifier Live in March. See you again in May. Hopefully with even more sun then. Thank you guys. Talk to you soon.